FOMC news is coming at 2 p.m. Eastern today, and traders are anxiously awaiting to hear what Chair Jerome Powell has to say. Interest rates are expected to be raised 75 basis points, raising the interest rate level up to 4%. Tomorrow is a big day for news as well, as the Bank of England is releasing their monetary policy statement, and the Swiss National Bank will be releasing CPI numbers. The pound has been on the rebound as England has been busy with their new prime minister as well as fighting high inflation. The Bank of England is expected to raise interest rates 75 basis points, and last month Swiss CPI was forecasted at 0.1% but came out to a disappointing negative 0.3%. They are projected 0.2% tomorrow, so we'll see if they meet those levels. Now we're going to take a look at some currency pairs inside of the EdgeFinder. So taking a look here at the EdgeFinder, we're talking about FOMC report that is coming in just a couple hours, where interest rates are expected to be raised 75 basis points.
Hey, I have a secret. We're doing 40% off our VIP community now. Trade alerts, chat rooms, and more. Click the link in our description with code A1YT.
The Bank of England also has their monetary policy statement coming tomorrow, where interest rates are expected to also be raised 75 basis points. And the Swiss National Bank is releasing CPI numbers expected at 0.2%. So let's take a look at the US dollar, let's take a look at the pound, and let's take a look at the Swiss franc. Now, I can see right off the bat that USD CHF is one of our top buys of the day. So why don't we just go ahead and take a look at that. So here we are on the Swiss franc US dollar breakdown page, USD CHF. And we have a score of +4 here, COT data score of +2. And we can take a look at our sentiment numbers right down here. Institutional traders are favoring the long side for the dollar, favoring the short side for the Swiss franc. We have 75.12% long and 24.88% short here, and 24.75% long and 75.25% short. Retail sentiment, retail traders are overall short bias on the pair as a whole, although it's not a heavy short bias, just kind of a casual short bias, 42% long, 58% short here. And that's going to give us a neutral or a 0 score because it's not too heavily favoring one side or the other. Seasonality has a score of +1. We can take a look here. We are now in the month of November, and historically speaking, all-time average and last 5-year average, we see sharp downward trends from October all the way to December, and that was accurate with the current year average as well. We saw a decline from October to November, so we're expecting to see a decline from November to December as well. Trend reading is +1, and that just means that over the past couple days or past couple weeks, how has this market been trending? Has it been trending upwards? Has it been trending downwards? And a +1 score means that this market has been trending upwards, but not too strongly. Not too strongly. A +2 score would mean that this market is definitely trending upwards, but a +1 score means yes, this market is going up, but of course that could change. GDP growth, inflation, unemployment, and interest rates, we have scores of +1, -1, -1, and +1 here. We can take a look at our fundamental section right over here. US dollar GDP growth sits at 2.6%, and Swiss franc sits at 0.3%. US dollar unemployment is 3.5% compared to 1.9% for the Swiss franc. US inflation 8.2% compared to 3.3%. And lastly, interest rates 3.25% currently. Of course, we expect this to change later on today. We expect this to go up to 4%, and Swiss franc 0.5%. So that was a quick look at our numbers for both the US dollar and the Swiss franc. Let's take a look at a pound pair. I'll skip over GBP USD because we just took a look at US numbers. And let's go to the score chart summary so we can take a look at all of our pound pairs. I see pound CHF, pound JPY, pound AUD, pound CAD. Said we would skip over pound USD. Pound NZD looks like a strong sell. Euro pound is a really strong sell. Let's take a look at Euro pound. Okay, so here we are in the Euro pound page, and we have a strong sell by a score of -6. So let's go ahead and dive into these numbers. COT data sits at +1. We can take a look at that right over here. Pound is 32.27% long and 67.73% short. So institutional traders are favored short on the pound. However, the euro 59.89% long and 40.11% short. So yes, they favor the long side, but not too terribly much. Not a strong favor on the long side. Retail sentiment, retail traders are pretty heavily favored long on this pair as a whole, 72% long, 28% short. And that's giving us a retail score of -1. Seasonality, -1 as well. Here is November, and historically speaking, all time and last 5 year, we see a sharp upward trend moving from November to December. But we see, last 5 year, we actually see an upward trend. All time average, we see a downward trend, and that was consistent with the current year. From October to November so far, we see a downward trend here. Trend rating is -2, and like I was just saying with the other pair, a -2 score in the trend reading means that this market is definitely moving downwards. Lastly, we have GDP growth, inflation, unemployment, and interest rates. We have a neutral score, and then -1, -1, and -1. So yeah, we can see GDP growth here. Both the euro and the pound sit at 0.2% GDP growth. The euro sits at 6.6% unemployment, and the pound sits at 3.5% unemployment. Inflation is very high for both of these currencies. Euro inflation 10.7%, pound inflation 10.1%, and lastly, interest rates 2% currently for the euro, 2.25% for the pound. Although tomorrow on Thursday we are expecting a 75 basis point rate hike, which would raise this up to 3% interest rates for the pound. So that was a quick look at 2 different pairs here in the EdgeFinder. We got to see some data on 4 different currencies. If you want the EdgeFinder for yourself, there has never been a better time to get the software, because we are having our Black Friday sale this entire month. 40% off the software using code A1YT. There are links down in the description. You can use the code, again, A1YT at checkout for 40% off the software. Go try it out if you think that this would be useful. We've had such positive feedback on the tool. It has helped a lot of traders with their trades, because it is just pulling in so much data from so many different areas, and it is getting updated constantly with new features, as well as just the data gets updated daily, hourly in a lot of cases, so that you have the most up-to-date information possible. Go try it out. 40% off. A1YT is the code at checkout. And now we're going to hand it off to Gary and Tom with some analysis from today's live stream.
Yeah, this is US dollar Swiss franc. Okay, let's start with the weekly chart. So guys, yeah, let's start with the weekly chart. You can see my gray zones are already mapped out, guys. Like I say, I map these gray zones out all the time, every morning, and I do my analysis every morning. So if you would like to hear my analysis of the market every morning, yeah, then please subscribe to the channel SimplyForex. You will see my ugly mug every morning. US dollar Swiss franc. So guys, yeah, this gray zone here, this gray zone here is obviously a good weekly level of resistance. Yeah, it's reacted bearishly once, twice, and now we've had this very bearish candle form once again. Okay, so yeah, it's a good area for shorts from that zone, but let me make this gray zone a little bit wider so you can see this candle. But if you look at this candle here and these candles here, this gray zone is also a good area of support for this pair as well. Okay, so what you're going to find is this. We've got selling pressure here from this grey zone, and we have buying pressure from this grey zone. So as I said before, guys, if we see this selling pressure and buying pressure, then markets do this. Yeah, they're not sure where to go. Will the weekly chart win? Will the daily time frame win? Yeah, it becomes a battle where price just stays ranging basically. Okay, let me just take a quick swig of vodka, gin, whatever you like. Yeah, so we've got buying and selling pressure. And you can see this is reflected on the day chart. So let's drop down to the day chart and see what's happening here. So on the day chart, guys, normally my mouth would be watering at this prospect. Yeah, let me show you. So we saw that weekly rejection up here from this weekly grey zone. Yeah, nice. And the day chart hasn't made higher highs. Yeah, we like this. So price was in an uptrend using this grey line as an upward channel. Okay, but then price didn't create a higher high. Guys, if you take one thing away from today, is that if price doesn't create a higher high or a lower low, it's potentially breaking down. Okay, so we don't get a higher high, and we get this huge bearish daily candle, which was also, replicated on the weekly chart. And then price starts to break down. It breaks these lows, and breaks out of this channel. Yeah, so it breaks these lows. Let me zoom in a bit, guys, so you can see that a bit clearly. Yeah, so it's broken these lows here, and it's broken out of this channel. Yeah, and we've had this huge bearish candle. Okay, we've got this candle and then followed by this candle, and this candle has broken these lows here. Yeah, my mouth would be watering at the prospect of shorting this pair. There's so much to like. But the problem you have is this weekly, you remember the weekly grey zone. This weekly grey zone here. This is the problem you have, guys, because it was clearly good resistance at one time, and now it's proving to be good support.
And click on the euro right here and make double sure. Yeah, euro against the dollar. I got that one right. Man, what a day. So if we go ahead and take a look at the euro here, and we break down the euro, let's see if we get in some sort of correlation to what we've seen on the dollar to what we've seen right now on the euro. So here's an important thing right here. Look at this trend. All right, so we got this big trend. Notice this level right here. Notice that this big fib going down right here. We had the 1.618 down here. And let's go move it across. Let's just take a look over here. As we move it across, notice the market got to this level. Now, traders, listen here. Fibonacci levels of retracements and extensions are hidden support and resistance in the market. And so, we have a daily time frame showing that we have a fib extension that's moved, that the market's moved to, and now we're starting to see a little bit of change in momentum here, and I'll tell you why. Because we've seen this falling wedge appearing here. Here's a falling wedge, okay? The market actually broke out a little bit. Let's see if I can change it up a little bit. It's not quite, no, I wouldn't say it's a falling wedge. I would say just a little trend. It was a falling wedge. It's well, hang on. Wait a minute. Well, we got some. I mean, we can design this any way we want to, but we got something giving us an indication right here. Let me see my oscillators. Oscillators overbought, but it did go to an oversold condition right there. And we are seeing, look at the MACD here. the MACD showed us that we had a support level here. Then we had a high, and the previous high was up here. Then we had a low right here, and now we had a new high. Traders, if you look at this right here, if you take a look at what's going on right there, what are we seeing? Let me pull that back. Let me see if I can pull it back. No, I can't. All right, hold on a second. Let me try that again. So here's a high, here's a low, here's a high. Then we get a higher low, and then a higher high. You see that? And so with the market showing that we've got this new higher highs, it's indicating that we're starting to see an uptrend on a daily euro chart. All right. So the market's actually showing. So I'm going to go ahead and put some fibs down here on the daily. And I'm going to say that, and if you are one to write numbers down, you may want to write this one down right here. Price is targeting 1.0288. That's going to be our midterm target on the euro. So it's telling me that we've got this upside move that's targeting this level right here.
Make sure you guys check out the links in the description if you need broker recommendations, access to our free Discord, or want to chat with us on Telegram. If you're interested in our trading software, the EdgeFinder, you can find that in the description as well. Thanks for watching.